But those are the ones those still are like $200, $300. Standing desk ain't no joke, dude. Oh, we already did this. Time to fight. Katie's gonna have no food in the house, still being car first. I know, that's part of my OCD. I get really, really obsessive. What a concept. It's true though. Ooh, a question mark. Ooh, view my, does it want me to view my current inventory? Why? Is there something wrong with it? Wait. I didn't want to do that, but sick. Yeah, there's like a hand crank one, but with the amount of shit on my desk, like I would need a lot of muscles to hand crank my desk up. I forgot how good the music is. See, I've been thinking about this game. Like, I really wanted to play it yesterday, but it was our Wednesday day. Oh, there it is, under me. Dude, can you even imagine, Tigger? That's me too. Like, my desk is heavy. Yes, true. For most of my furniture, honestly, I do Craigslist and stuff. Like, I don't like buying new stuff because I feel like most people just buy to buy. So most of the used stuff you find is very lightly used. Like, very lightly used, you know? Ooh, shall we cheers? We haven't cheers. We usually cheers into the game. My bad. And Eliza's here with us. New furniture is disgustingly overpriced, and it's a joke. Cheers. The only things I insist on buying new are like mattress, underwear, shoes, socks. Yep, thank you. Exact same. I'm not sleeping on someone else's bed. Yep. That and your back is really important. Buying new furniture is like buying new cars. Dude, I went to one of those websites to look at Jeeps. And a seller contacted me, one of the salespeople, and they were like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I want a used stick shift Jeep Wrangler. And they have not stopped sending me links for brand new 2021 automatic Jeep Wranglers yet. And I'm like, do you listen? Ooh, a memory. Yeah, your back is so important. What's that? Grants 2 keys? Wow. Okay. Let's go down. The fact that I want a stick, I mean, there's a lot of reasons I drive a stick shift. One of the main ones is honestly, I am really bored while I'm driving. Like, really bored while I drive. And an automatic puts me to sleep. You got nothing to do. There's nothing to do in your car. I get really, really tired and bored. Also, having a stick shift in America is like theft protection. No one knows how to drive a stick. My dad made me. That was like a rule to get my license. I had to be able to drive a stick because you never know when you're going to be stuck. Right, Tigger? Yeah, it's theft control, and I feel like I just have more control of my car. Really, Alex? Really? I mean, I didn't get diagnosed until I was in college, and honestly, the only reason I ever even went to see a psychiatrist was I was in a math class. I have no idea which one it was, and I had like a ADD kind of breakdown during my test, because one thing about people with ADD is when you get really, really anxious, my brain blanks. It's crazy. I'm not stupid, but I will fail tests because I just blank out and forget everything I've ever known. And so my teacher took me aside after class and gave me the test verbally, and I passed with flying colors. I had straight A's, and she's like, I think you might need to talk to a psychologist. And I went to the college psychologist because it was free. And she laughed. Like, she was like, you need to see a professional immediately. Our appointment was like 5 minutes. And then she found me a psychiatrist outside of the school bounds. And that was the story of how I found out I had major ADHD. But like, when you're younger, Mickey and I were talking about this the other night because, like, he was undiagnosed with epilepsy for like 20 something years. And you just kind of start to convince yourself that this is normal. This must be how everyone feels on the inside. But it's not. You know, oops. Meant to dissolve it. No! There we go. If you're good with a stick, you can limit the wear on your brakes. Oh yeah, you can limit the wear on your entire car. Automatics drive me nuts. Like when I drive Zeke's truck, I get really pissed off when it downshifts on the freeway. I'm like, how do you stand not being able to tell your car what to do? I'm constantly playing at least 2 games, if not 3, whilst watching a stream and listening to music. Did you feel like you had epilepsy? Because I'm not even kidding you. When I was in high school, I felt like I had no control of my awakeness. I would pass out. Like, my teacher could make me stand up and I would fall over. I would almost like actually pass out, because one symptom of ADHD is if your brain is critically understimulated, you will literally shut down. Your brain goes, we're not going to stay awake anymore because there's no point. And my teacher, no one understood. My teachers hated me. And I was like, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not trying to be insulting. I seriously can't keep my eye open right now. And I'm dying. They hated me. Whatever. They can hate me all they want. But I didn't know that. I thought there was something wrong with me. How does caffeine affect you? Mm-hmm. Alex, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're just around a bunch of people that... You lived around a very unhealthy family lifestyle that wanted you to feel crazy. Uh-huh. Alex, when I drove a automatic, I almost fell asleep at the wheel multiple times. Just out of sheer boredom in the car. Sleep coffee? Yep. Like, literally, I can drink a cup of coffee and lay down and pass out immediately. If I drink too much coffee, I do get really sleepy and pass out. It's totally an ADHD brain, yeah. Yeah, if it doesn't, and you're ready for a nap after caffeine, you probably have ADHD, right? Oh, I don't have any bombs. Damn it. Guys, what the fuck? Alex, welcome to your family. We learn lots about each other here. Dude, talk to a doc, man. Like Rod said, I went and talked to a GP, and it took him about 15 minutes to set me up with therapy and some Lexapro. Yeah, and I've been on some form of an ADHD medication since I was in college. I was on Concerta, but Concerta made me really irritable. I didn't like it at all. I take Adderall now, which is an addictive substance. You have to be careful with it, but if you're a responsible adult, like, you're fine. Yeah, I stick shift across America multiple times. Yeah. Ooh, you fell asleep at the wheel? Did it last for 3... Oh, that's so scary. I just got chills, Zuckus. Woke up with a pulse of like 500. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a friend who actually crashed her car falling asleep at the wheel, and thank God she was fine, but she went through a guardrail. It was terrible. But the shifter was on the column. Oh, my first vehicle with a stick shift was an 89 Toyota pickup. And it was that long stick with no numbers, no nothing on it. You just had to know. And it would like grind. Oh yeah, it was a pain in the dick. It feels so stupid because they'd ask, how's your concentration? And I just stop and think, yeah, my concentration's 100% fine. I just can't stay awake, idiot. That's the problem with diagnoses, in my opinion, is so many doctors, they want the easy way to get you out of the office. And if you don't fit every fucking critical criteria of something, they brush it off and never approach it again because that's not the easy one. And it upsets me because you can have a lot of different symptoms of ADHD. You don't have to be like me. You can have the sleep thing. You can have the, we talked about this yesterday, abstinence disorder, where if someone says you really need to do this, your brain quite literally tells you there is nothing more important than not doing that thing. It's terrible. And I had it my whole growing up, and I just thought I was an asshole. Bigfoot. I used to do that majorly. When I lived in Seattle and I worked night shift at the hospital, it wasn't because I was tired, but it was the exact same drive every single day. And it wasn't like I was falling asleep, but all of a sudden I would be 5 miles ahead. And it was like I woke up and be like, where was I? And I was just thinking and in autopilot. That used to happen to me a lot. I never knew there was a thing for it. I love you, Alex. I hope you can see a doctor or something, because that's a horrible way to exist. Ah, sucker. Ooh, that was a nice hit. Do I have the little, I don't know what guy I have right now. Is this a bomb, dude? I didn't even look. I just bought it. Because we were having real talk. Real talk's more important. Also, I didn't know I was bipolar, manic bipolar, until I was like 30. That came like after I went and talked to my doctor in Maryland. He was like, you look like you're on speed. And I was like, I smoke insane amounts of marijuana. And he was like, okay, there's something else going on here that's not ADHD. And I was like, you don't say. But I never wanted to tell anybody about it because mania feels great. Nobody wants to admit they have mania. Damn it, I almost got him. Mania feels great. And, like, you know, people talk about being depressed all the time as, like, just a moniker in movies and shit. They don't take it very seriously. So I thought, you know, everybody was just a little depressed, you know? Like, that didn't matter. But the mania part, like, I knew it was weird because I felt like I was on drugs. Mania made me feel like I was having a fucking party in my pants all the time, like, in my own head. And it would go for months, and it was like being on speed. You don't want to admit that because then they'll take it away. But that's what a doctor's for, man. They make you realize that that's not what happened, that's not real, you know? Like, they do need to take it away because your brain will exhaust itself trying to survive this mayhem you're putting it through, you know? How are you not dead yet? You're pretty low health right now. Bitch. How? It's time to go to Jesus, little one. Thank you. They want you in meds ASAP, and there's so many doctors out there. Like, Eliza's story is the worst I've ever heard, but there's so many doctors out there who are sponsored by certain big pharma companies. And so they will only push certain drugs because they get spiffs from it. They get money to get you to sign up for a drug. Oh my god, I got a wizard's robe? What the fuck is that? Increases health and boosts all elemental damage. Wow. I put on my robe and wizard hat. Sick. Plus 30% max health, fire damage plus 10%, ice damage plus 10%, lightning damage. Wow. Oh, I love you, Andrew. Please be safe today. Eliza. Disgusting. I get grossed out by that shit a lot. It just is like foul. I've never met a doctor that would do that, but I've never worked with just a GP. I've always worked with like pulmonologists, surgeons, you know, like people that don't really prescribe meds like that. Like, what did I just get? I'm not gonna look at it because I think there's a bad guy. Is there another bad guy I should touch with my woo-wee? Do I kill you? Are you deathable? I can't tell. Do I murder you? I don't think so. I think he just exists now. Or something. Did that do anything? I can't tell. No? Okay. Whatever. AstraZeneca? Really? I've never worked for a pharma company. I mean, we never, as a respiratory therapist, I was never given money to do anything. But we did have reps that would come and bring us lots of food and snacks and stuff and try to get us to use their ventilator or their, you know, whatever their product was. Literally, my appointment got delayed an hour for my psychiatrist because the Zoloft boys came in. Shut the fuck up. Wow. That's sick. Oh, Jesus Christ. Die, motherfucker, die. Thank you for death. Yeah, I actually, I only went to see a psychiatrist once. Oh, I died, my bad. I only went to see a psychiatrist once. And then I went to a psychologist for therapy, and I just go to a GP because my GP looks at the whole body. He looks at every situation. He doesn't just dole out drugs to me. He asks me about my whole encompassing everything because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a big picture situation. It's not your brain. Brain is important, but like it's connected to everything, you know? Ability damage. Well, actually, we get to go do social things, so we'll do that in a minute. Hemper's fun, dude. Hemper's really fun. I actually got my box, but the bong, like, they didn't solder it with glass enough, and it leaks water at the bottom, so... What are you gonna do? I'm pissed. Hello, sir. Oh, I didn't have enough money to craft anything, so we can't socialize. Bummer. Let's see. For channeling your inner Donatello, there's nothing better than a spinning flurry of blocks with a stick. Pairs nicely with, oh, we already know what that one is. A heavy blade. I want to do that one. That takes 2. I think we need to get more sparks. I think they're all going to be like 2 sparks now, probably, right? It is. You know, I have a double major in psych, but long story short, did not apply for the piece of paper because my student loans, blah, blah, blah. And when I was studying it, it was really interesting because ADHD isn't necessarily a new thing. It's actually a more primitive brain functioning style. And if we still lived in a hunter-gatherer community style living where we all were like working and stuff like that, ADHD brains thrive in that environment because you can be gathering and also focusing on your entire environment to make sure you're safe, predators aren't coming for you, you can be thinking of people at home. It's actually like better off in that environment. And the only reason that we need or feel the need for drugs nowadays is because the world is so vastly overstimulating for us. We literally get paralyzed by choice. Actually, I've been physically paralyzed by choice because of the way my brain functions. It's just too much incoming stimuli. It's really interesting. I mean, lots of people have ADHD and live forever without drugs, but a lot of people just can't. I mean, there's no shame in that at all. I take Lexapro, and without it, I want to kill myself. There's no amount of therapy is going to make that go away. That is the way my brain works because of trauma and just the way I was born. So I'm going to stay on that as long as I'm allowed to because I don't want to kill myself. It's just my head, you know? It's just my head. I forgot we could do this, but we'll do that before we go into the scary world. May we chat, Rose? No. Everybody wants presents. Koto. Oh my gosh. Did I show you I'll fly through my scenes real quick. So this is one of my beautiful scenes Monkey Jesus made for me. I have just me with my beautiful little drooling tip jar, which is actually an emote. I have me and Spood Cam, which isn't a spooder right now. Myself and Side Cam. It's fucking gorgeous. Side Cam and Main Cam. Side Cam and Spooder Cam. Gaming with Spooder Cam. Gaming with a Side Cam.
And Satan, because here we hail the Dank Lord. Cheers, cunts. Exactly what Ghostbusters said. Me too, Koto. Seriously, 100% with you.
I am blown away. None of this was my idea. I gave Monkey creative freedom and he fucking blew my balls off. Such a good job. I love it. Atomican, I struggle back and forth with medicating children, but the problem is if you just let a child struggle with ADHD their whole childhood like I did, we become very jaded, very cynical, and very untrusting of the world because every adult in your life preaches everything at you that would work for someone with a normal brain, but it doesn't work for you. So I grew up with the assumption everyone in my life is a big fat liar and the world sucks because it didn't matter how hard I study, I would fail a test because I'd black out because ADHD. It doesn't matter like what I did. That's how my brain's going to work. And so instead of having therapy and having medication, instead of being able to focus on school, 90% of my thought process was just I was in my head 24/7 all the time, just trying to act like a normal human because I was basically under the assumption I was broken. And that's not a good way to grow up. Like, that's long-term results, long-term damage. I have such a hard time complimenting myself. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So, like, but also, like, medicating children. So, I don't know. It's hard for me. I don't know. Yep, same, Jane. I'm so fucking with you. Lexapro saved my life. I say that a lot, and I'm not joking. Lexapro saved my fucking life. Without Lexapro, I would have managed to succeed at some of the tasks I don't want to succeed at right now because I'm on Lexapro. It's time! Good morning, Mark. How are you? Physically working out, you know, Tertoni, so I used to work in the hospital. I'm a respiratory therapist. Now I stream full time because this is way more fun than unplugging people and watching death all the time. But when I worked in that environment, I didn't really feel like I needed my meds because it's perfect for an ADHD brain. Perfect. You have to think of hundreds of patients all night long. If a doctor calls me and says, room 8 on floor whatever needs this, I need to know right now who that is and what that drug is without opening a computer because I need to go there. And my brain was like alive. But I watched people die all day, which you can probably imagine what that does to you. Eliza, that's really exciting. So I was telling people right after you left because you reminded me I got my box and the bong is all perfect, but like the very base of it, whatever they did, the glass soldering didn't work and it leaks. It drips water. Oh, Koto, this game is so fucking good. I understand that I'm 22 now and just kind of felt, yep. The way I described it to my doctor is I just thought it was normal for everyone to wake up a new person every day. I would wake up and immediately sit there and be like, am I mean today? Am I tired? Am I manic? Manic days were great because you feel like you're on speed, obviously. I did. I emailed them, yeah. I mean, I thought about just hitting it with a glue gun because it's the very bottom one, so no heat will ever go there, and it's like so microscopic I can't even see it, but when I fill it up with water, I slowly see it seep out the bottom. So I thought about just like patching it myself because heat won't hit it, and neither will water you're inhaling hit it. Like, it's so small. I don't know. We won, guys! Yay! VA Gamer Girl and Fancy Grapes both got a flying rogue. See? That's how you get one. You just like win them. Bloody Countess and Alex both got flying rogues, and 8-Bit Tigger got 2 Centurions. Nice. Eliza, that's what I was going to do. Like, I'm going to tell them, but, I mean, if they don't make me send this one back, I'd probably just patch it up. Try. Like, if you took a 15-mile walk up and down mountains, you'd be hurting bad, but the next day, but it really shouldn't be nothing much to your body if you lived like how we used to. I think human beings as a species have halted evolution in the physical sense, and we're all brain now. Just hide the backup. I mean, it's so pretty. I'd put it on display. They're so good. Did you get the XL one for your brother, Eliza, or did you get the little one? When I'm awake, I'm tense. Dude, I need them because when I'm awake, if I don't have my meds, I can't focus on anything. I will literally be paralyzed by options. Biscuit or this one? It looks like this, if we do this one, we get 2 biscuits right away. If we do this one, I mean, they're okay. They're not bad, they're not like lame battles. I'll let you guys pick. You got the little one? Ooh, I'll show you the big one. It's huge. We've just about peaked physically and we're struggling hard mentally as we're noticing a lot more things at a more rapid pace. Yes. And medicine and the hospitals and stuff, like we've stopped the weak die and the strong breed. We've stopped that, that is how evolution occurs, you know. The things that are born different and somehow are better at doing the thing, they will survive to breed and nothing else will, and so everything will have the traits of the one thing that just spread, blah blah blah. Study genetics, it's impossible. Oh, Ashley, cute. Right, Sarah again? Like, I feel like people that want us to go back to those days love daylight savings times. No, I don't think our brains can catch up with how fast technology is. Like, it's pretty crazy. I was born in '88. Landlines, 8-tracks. And my existence has been like the blow up of the fucking computer. And I agree. I don't think brains can keep up with it. Like that's why I say all the time when I'm like a space head, I have too much in my head. That's why I feel like spacey, because I try to think of one thing and 500 come up because that's what I'm thinking about all the time. Oh, cute. We breed for random, so we get random. Yeah. Which one do you guys want? Biscuit or no? 8-tracks? My parents had that in a record player. We didn't even have TV. My parents were like the original like the 70s hipsters, you know? Like the ones that were like, you don't need TV, man. That was my parents. Like my dad died because he got hepatitis from a dirty needle in college. 70s parents. Luddites, yeah. My mom still is to this day, very much so. Young whippersnappers. I feel young. Hola, Johnny. How are you? We had a reel. Did you really? You had a reel, wow. My mom, I think the nicest thing we ever had that was like technology was my mom did have a video camera, but it was one you put an actual VHS into. It was huge. Like you stuck a VHS into it and it recorded on the VHS. Probably go bottom. Skin chest on top, token chest on bottom. Probably go bottom because which one's the token chest? How do you know that? Is it this one? This one? No. This one? No. This one? What are you looking at? Chest color. Oh. So the red chests are boring. What else are you looking at? Oh, this one. This one? Ooh, yes. Let's do it. I see what you see in. Mm-hmm. Laser discs, yes. So when I first started going to school, that's what all of our schools had was laser disc. And you know, the giant old TV on wheels. They'd like wheel it in on a wheel thing and it had a big laser disc in it. Yes. That was like when I was really little. And then it was VHS all the way through. DVDs were like end of high school. Well, DVDs were getting popular when I was in high school. They came out way earlier, but they were so expensive. Normal people didn't have them. They were like $60 a piece, you know? So it was pretty much VHS. Like, I don't think my parents had DVDs or anything. Hi, China. How are you, love? Green is token, blue is skin. Oh, cool. Thank you. I learned something today. All right, let's look. Event tokens, Templars. I need to put a Templar down. Do I have a Templar ready to go? You know what I actually missed that I always loved was overhead projectors.